But ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, G-Phi Radio, this is the Turkey Day special, our Thanksgiving special edition of the show. So let's get our gobble on with our cohorts here. Teacher extraordinaire, sometimes PIMP, Mr. Cortez. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Happy week before Thanksgiving. I tell you, man, I got conferences next week, Monday and Tuesday, but I don't have to teach classes. I don't have to teach classes for the rest of the week and a half, I guess.
Hallelujah. That's a way of giving thanks right there. So that's a plus. Give it that. That's a plus. Now, the second cohort, who is bent like a motherfucker, calling from his palace in where?
Mount Airy, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
That
it's
is
wonderful.
It's Mr.
Hi,
G.
everybody. Hi.
That's Mr. GPS. He's bent as fuck. We got to find out what the hell happened. But as we know, this is a COVID comeback. The Ronas Revenge. This is a real big thing here. Now, we've all seen what's been happening throughout the country. A lot of spiking of positive COVID cases has been happening, and Philly has been no exception. This past Friday, we had the mayor update all the different things that are going to be happening to Philly, all the regressions that's happening. So let's give you a breakdown. The following restrictions went into effect Friday at 5 p.m. and are in place until New Year's Day 2021. Now let's start with the restaurants. Indoor dining is prohibited. Outdoor dining is allowed, but you require that the parties be household members only. Your maximum table size of 4 seats is implemented. Takeout and delivery service may continue. Now, on the inside, if you're doing indoor gatherings, what's prohibited indoors is everything. Any size, at any location. So, no indoors, bye-bye. Wait till next year. This also includes public and private events. So if you have indoor parties, group meals, football watching groups, visiting between households, weddings, even funerals. If you got a loved one that passed away, they're going to be there by themselves. Just make sure you have some undertaker there that can take them out and bury them. But sorry, folks. With all due respect, you can't be there. Outdoor gatherings are limited to 10% occupancy or 10 persons per 1,000 square feet. Large spaces, no more than 2,000 people. No fans at football games. Retail stores, 5 people per 1,000 feet. Offices, everybody's trying to do telework. Sports for youth, schools, community, prohibited. Businesses such as museums, bowling alleys, theaters, casinos are basically closed. Libraries, they're going to have a curbside drop-off and pickup. But, gentlemen, I'm telling you, we have regressed to a point that, this is kind of like martial law, Cortez.
I agree with you, man. But they kind of told us what was going to happen if we didn't change our habits.
Mm-hmm.
And some people, I myself, I wore a mask. I did what I needed to do. I know you guys did too, but man, there's just so many other motherfuckers that were not following the CDC guidelines.
You got that
man.
right.
It's really terrible as to what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Even though a lot of us have been doing what we need to do, even some of us that have been out here the entire time. I work for 2
entities
that have never stopped the entire time of Corona.
Yep, that's true.
I haven't got sick.
Nope.
I have never run a fever.
Nope.
I haven't felt ill. I haven't sickened anybody around me. I haven't been sickened by anybody around me.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only imagine. I mean, it's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you're out here and you cannot stop, if you're a healthcare worker, truck driver, police, fire, to some extent, education,
mm-hmm.
Transportation, the bus drivers, you're out here and you cannot stop. What do you do?
Very true.
That's kind of like the end of it. Where do you can't stop and you don't have an explanation. What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
You're at a loss. I mean, I really don't understand how I'm even really here.
Well, by the grace of the
But
Lord.
I am. Well, I'm sorry.
and the almighty liquor.
That is the cure for Corona. That's the
Yes!
cure that he holds in his
Captain
hand.
Morgan, baby. Captain Morgan.
Oh my
it's
God.
on the door.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna take a phrase. I'm gonna take a page out of Cortez's book. You have been your patron saint is Saint Ives. Okay. Our Lady of Tanqueray, Saint Shampipple, but that's a different story. Let that go.
Yes.
So you are literally blessed. But one thing that's gonna happen once again. We had this before, and I fear that we're gonna have another repeat of this. Is that religious institutions? They can't have no more than 5% occupancy or 5 per 1,000 square feet. So they're encouraged to hold services online. Do we think that the brethren of the cloth will heed this warning and save their parishes from catching COVID?
Those that actually do care about the flock will do whatever they can to keep services online. Those that want to test what this world has to offer will say, hey, come on in, breathe around everybody around you, and, hug and kiss and blah, 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 blah. And when half your flock is fallen, now what?
Yep.
Oh, wait, let me say it correctly. When half of your contributions have come in.
Oh.
Because you decided to bring everybody around. Now you'll get the point. Oh, it's real. Damn, let me stop doing this. Right.
Mm-hmm. So then
but only after you've been a murderer.
Oh, damn. Shots fired by GPS.
By death.
That may
That's
be.
Right.
So now my question, Cortez.
Burn them at the stake, I say.
Man, that's some... Who's been drinking the church wine lately? I wonder. The man with the glass in his hand? Maybe. What's going to be more important in the long run? Almighty God or the almighty dollar?
I'm going to say almighty God, because people were still tithing, man. People still sending money in through the churches to the churches, man. Mm-hmm. They may not be getting the money they were getting back in the day, but they're getting something. Right. It's just like you have a lot of these churches, like my wife's church, for example, up in Philly. She got a number of senior citizens up in there, man.
Right.
You don't want to bring them. They are a high risk group right now, man.
Absolutely.
If you bring them up in there, man, you can be having funerals every damn week, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If you bring them up in there, you can be doing funerals every week. You're gonna have a lot of problems on your hands. So I mean, we gotta ride this storm out,
100%. And kudos to those parishes that have been doing online services and even set up online donations. I remember we talked about this a couple months back, Cortez, and some parishes have been successful in doing that, keeping the parish safe while also getting donations. It might not been as much as before, but they're still getting something, which is better than nothing. This, to me, I consider the second wave, not a third wave, not a fourth wave, or whatever everybody else has been talking about. This is the true second wave. And on top of that, winter's coming. The common cold is coming, flu season, everything combined is going to be very deadly. So please take heed, everybody in the tri-state. The 4 commandments of COVID protection.
Wear a mask.
Number 1, yes.
Wash your hands.
Yes, number 2.
Wash your behind.
Wash your ass.
Please.
COVID can't come out of there, too.
And maintain 6 feet.
Social distancing, absolutely. So those are the 4 commandments. And we here at the show, we keep those 4 commandments because they are a staple of just natural existence during this time of COVID.